Hi guys, we're talking about polygons and quadrilaterals today, and you can see a bunch of stuff on here that is on your note packet. So we got a couple of vocabulary terms just to talk about. The first term is a polygon, and that word poly, that prefix right here. Oh, let me get my pen here. That prefix right here is just meaning that it's many-sided. Okay, when you see that word poly, that means it's got many sides to it. And we have this other one called a regular polygon. That term regular means the same. All right, so all of these shapes right here have the same sides to them. These lengths of these sides are all the same. So like a square has all sides the same, that would be a regular polygon. These over here are not polygons at all. There's various reasons. Okay, this one right here, the lines or the sides cross. Okay, that's not going to happen in a polygon. This one right here, you've got curved sides to it. All right, that is not a polygon. And this one here, because you've got a gap there, it's not closed. That makes it not a polygon. All right. We go a little further and classify them as convex or concave. All right. What you're looking at here is the angle on the inside of the polygons, like that angle there, that angle there. All right. And the way they classify them is if it is concave, then all of your angles inside that polygon are less than 90 degrees. All right. If it is convex, then all of the angles on the inside of that polygon, or at least one of them, they are greater than 90 degrees. Okay, so very easy there. Concave, I think of a cave being inside something. So those are smaller angles. Those are less than 90. And convex, greater than 90. All right, so let's jump into this first example here. It says, tell whether the figure is a polygon. All you have to do is say, well, is it closed? Okay, yes, it is closed. It doesn't have any gaps in it or anything. It has all straight sides, even though some of them are diagonal. They're straight. And the other thing is you're looking for uh, does it have convex or concave angles to it? These are definitely all greater than 90. All right, so that is a polygon. All right, and we're going to say it's convex because those angles are greater than 90. We also can classify them as to the number of sides. All right, and there's no really trick to knowing this. A pentagon. I always think of the Pentagon building down in Washington. I think of that big picture from the sky that we see of the Pentagon. It always looks like this kind of shape to it. All right, it's got that 5 sides to it. Hexagon has 6 sides. Heptagon, 7 sides. Octagon, 8 sides. That one's pretty easy for a lot of people because we think of the octopus having 8 legs. And this is kind of like some math theory here. An n-agon has n sides. So you can have a 12-sided figure. That's a dodecagon, actually. You can have a 15-sided figure. All right, so they're saying any other sides, we can just substitute in a number here. We can call it a 15agon if you really want to do that. So go over to this one again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. So this would be a hexagon. All right, and again, it's just a matter of knowing these vocabulary terms over here. Okay, now this one over here. We would not classify that as a polygon because of these curved sides to it. So I would just see not a polygon. Okay, so pretty easy right there. Okay, that's the first page of your note packet. So we'll jump right into example 2. Actually, example 1 was on the second page. So I'm going to turn that off. And example 2 is on the third page. Okay, and it just says classify each quadrilateral. All right, now these are all quadrilaterals. This quad, all right, oops, I got to switch over here. This quad means 4. Okay, anything that is got a quad in front of it is a 4. Why can I not write on that? Visible, that cannot be edited. Why not? Go back to that, turn that one off. Now we can do it. Okay, so technical difficulty. All right, so quadrilateral, that means 4. So these are all the different types of quadrilaterals. Okay, let's just run through them real quick. This trapezoid, what makes a quadrilateral trapezoid? Notice it has 2 sides. They're not necessarily equal, but they are parallel. All right, only 2 sides, 1 pair of parallel sides. Okay, each one of these, as you go down this list, it basically adds another dimension to it, and adds another criteria, I should say. All right, so the trapezoid has 2 sides, okay, or 1 pair of parallel sides. The parallelogram has 2 pairs of parallel sides. Okay, so this side right here is parallel with that side right there. Okay, and then this one right here is parallel with that one right there. So you have 2 pairs of parallel sides. Okay, rhombus has everything that a parallelogram has, but now all 4 sides are the same. Okay, a rhombus is like a square, but you can think of it as being pushed over a little bit because it doesn't have 90-degree angles. So this has 2 pair of parallel sides, and it also has 4 sides that are the same. Okay, a rectangle is kind of like a cousin of the rhombus. All right, and it has 2 pairs of parallel sides. Okay, that one and that one are parallel. This one and this one is parallel, but it also has 90-degree angles. See these little perpendicular symbols down here in the corners. All right, and the square, this is like the grand poobah. All right, it's the head honcho of quadrilaterals. It has 2 pairs of parallel sides, and it has all the sides the same, and it has right angles in each of the corners. Okay, so there's, again, not a really big trick to it. I'm sure you've seen those before, but example 2, they want us to classify these. What are they? So you can see this one has these 2 sides being parallel. That's what these little arrows are for. And they give you the lengths, and the lengths are all different. So the only criteria it fits is this one right here. So I would call that one a trapezoid. All right, I'll just write it down here. And part B, let's see, we've got these 2 sides being parallel. We've got these 2 sides being parallel. That's what these 2 little arrows mean. They match up. And all of these sides are the same, but these angles do not have right angles in them. All right, so it is not a square, but it is definitely meets the criteria of being a rhombus. Okay, so that's just a matter of you guys knowing what these all are and what they have. All right, so that really is just a memorization issue. Okay. All right, so that's example 2. Example 3, we're going to turn that on. They have, I skipped the checkpoint, by the way, because I want to get to this first. But they say find the value of x. And here's the thing. Quadrilaterals, oh, it's going to do it to me again. There we go. Let's turn this one on and turn that one off. And, oh, it turned it blue. Oh, nice. It turned it white. I'll turn my marker blue. All right, here's the thing. Quadrilaterals, any kind of quadrilaterals, doesn't matter if it's a parallelogram, trapezoid, square, rectangle, what did I miss? Trapezoid. Any kind of quadrilateral, the angles add up to 90. The angles on the inside. All right, so that's one thing that we have to know. Interior angles, sum, let's use the big math term here, sum to, did I say 90? 180. Man, I'm just not with it today. Okay, so they sum to 180. Did I say 180? Scratch that. I don't know. I'm out of it today. All right, sum to 360. Sorry, I told you 3 different things, didn't I? Okay, they sum to 360. Alrighty, so let's make an equation, okay, out of this guy. I want to figure out what x is. So this is a quadrilateral. All right, if I add all these up, they would add up to 360. Okay, I had to take a look over at my side to make sure I say the right thing. Okay, so 125, and that's going to equal 360. Okay, so I took each one of these. Here's that one, and here is that one. Of course, that's perpendicular, so that's 90. Here's that one, and here's that one. Okay, so all I did was add all those up, and I get 360. Now I've just got to do my algebra. So I'm going to bring this 360 right down, and I'm going to add all the numbers that I can. 90 and 5 is 95. 125, let's see, I'm going to get 220 when I add all of those together. And I've got an x, and I'm going to add another x, so I get 2x. And of course, they're still being added. So this big mess right here really boils down to just that. All right, and we just need to solve this. So I'm going to take away 220 on both sides. Bam. All right, those go away. And 2x, bring down my equals. 360 minus 220 is 140. And then I can divide by 2. And if I've done everything right, it's going to work out really nice. That's 70 degree. Actually, I shouldn't even put degrees on there. This is x. Okay? So if you want to take it a step further, I know they don't ask you to do this on the page, but you could put down what each of these angles are. So this is just x, so that's 70 degrees. Okay, this is x plus 5, so that's 70 plus 5, so that's 75 degrees. Oh, this one they told me was 125, and that one's 90. So if I quickly add all those up, they should add up to 360. And let's see, 10, oh, I gotta carry my 1, that's 15, 24, 26, 2, and yeah, I get 360. So that actually worked the way it was supposed to. All right, so that's example 3. I'm going to put the checkpoint up here and actually just kind of work that out real quick. Is it a polygon or not? Yes, this one would be. Man, what is up with that? Okay, so yes, this one would be a polygon. And since it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides, that would be a pentagon. Okay. And they want to know if it's convex or concave. Well, it looks like all of those angles are greater than 90, so it would be convex. All right, and then I go over to this one, and it's closed, but it's not a polygon because of this side right here. It's curved, so yeah, definitely not a polygon, okay? So that's all for today. If you go back here, you got to know these guys, though. You got to know the pentagon, hexagon, heptagon, octagon, etc. And let me turn that off a minute and turn that on. And you got to know these, okay? So there really isn't a great way to give you a little hint to memorize those. You just got to do it. All right, you got to know the characteristics. So that's it for today. That was a very long video, so I hope you don't mind. But see you later.